It's your boy Darren Gaming back at it again with another video. Episode 2 of my boy Charlie, Moist Critical Penguin Zero, whatever you want to call him,
Couple of months,
making
I've
my love life
analyzed more
a
text
little
messages than the
less sad.
FBI.
Let's get it.
I have been glued to bad romance and flirting like a moth to a flame. I've been wandering the deepest, darkest pits of filth. It's like in Space Jam when Michael Jordan gets sucked into the golfing hole. I've been sucked into the asshole of the internet, and all I see is cringe down here. But
That is the weirdest way to put it. What, what the dude? Charlie has crazy starts to videos. Not gonna lie, like
today, there's
he
a
knows how
new
to use
ingredient
figurative
being
language
added
in
to
the
this
most fucking
concoction. The
weird way, and
recipe
I
had a
love it.
chemical X. Crime. This got posted to Reddit earlier today, and a lot of people sent it my way, and it actually reminded me of a real criminal case that happened back in 2022, and I actually found the case again through the comment section of this post, because I couldn't quite recall all the particulars of it, but there is a lot of similarity shared between that criminal case in 2022 and these text messages that this individual is showcasing here. So it starts with this girl's coworker messaging her out of the blue saying, "Hey." He receives crickets, no response, silence. And you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try being weirder. So he comes back around within 3 hours saying, "Hello? Is this blank?"
Yup.
She says, "Who is this?" And he goes, It's me," with a smiley face. "I just wanted to text you and see how things were." "Oh, things are going alright, I suppose. Not to come off as rude, but how did you get my number, dude? I mean, I don't mind you texting me, but I've never gave it to you." And that's when he lifts up the curtain and breaks the magician's code, revealing his secret method. "I just grabbed it off the contact sheet in the office room. Hope that's alright." To which she says nothing in response because
Yeah, no, that's criminal as fuck, man. What, like, like, is you really this down bad to the point where you gotta do a criminal thing to get a girl's attention you knew before?
that
Like,
is fucking creepy. She never gave him
that's
her
just
number.
weird. That's
He just went
crazy.
out of his way to find it from their workplace. Yucky. But he comes back around saying, "How's it going?" And he just keeps going, throwing questions at the wind here, hoping to receive.
She's not answering. Bro. Nah, you need help,
Even the
brother. You need
slightest
help,
semblance of
bro.
life on the other side,
Bro,
not
what is
realizing
wrong with
that he has
man?
already scared her by snooping around tracking down her phone number without ever getting it from her directly. So it's already super creepy to do that. So he says, "How was your New Year's?" No response. 2 days later, "Sorry to keep texting, but what are you up to today? If you're free later, I'd love to go out." I will never understand that kind of shit right there. How can you be so deluded and lost in your own little fantasy land Narnia that you think there's even an iota of a chance that she agrees to go out with you?
I think what makes me more like in disbelief is the fact that you are just harassing her through text messages at this point, bro. Like you just need to find another woman. Like what can one woman's like bro, one woman not texting you for this long and you still think there's a shot, bro. It's like bro, just find another woman that at least gives you somewhat of a shot. You already committed a criminal case, so technically no woman
When
should
she
give
has
you a shot.
ignored your
I'll wrap
messages
that. But
for 4 fucking
there's just
days.
no way.
Like, what is the thought process? Scratching at his chin. Maybe she's playing hard to get. Perhaps she's just been truly swamped and has been really wanting to reply to me, but just might be a bit shy and doesn't know how. I know. I'll go ahead and invite her out with me. That should make her a lot more comfortable. And he goes a bit deeper.
I'm
"I know
not.
you're probably busy, but I could pick you up too, so you wouldn't have to take the bus anywhere. If you wanted to go out, that is. Sorry to keep texting, but I don't want to be out too late, so I'd appreciate a response at some point, smiley. I'm heading out to get coffee now, so if you want to join me, just let me know."
You know, this is just psychotic. This is like your world is like you see nothing else but this woman and you will do at nothing to get the
Ma'am, you
responses
better
within the
hurry. The
next
choo-choo
day
train is
after
leaving and Mr. Perfect is
you
going
played
with
for
it.
them.
You only have one opportunity to get coffee with a gentle sir like this, so you really gotta play your cards right. She declines, saying, I would appreciate it if you didn't text me unless it's work related. I don't really know you and I'm only blank. You're 5 years older than me, dude. This just feels creepy.
That's a beautiful response because I have an age gap myself, man. 3 is probably the maximum, honestly. Above that is a little crazy, not gonna lie to you. 4 is
I didn't mean to
pushing
be
it.
creepy or
5
anything. You're
is
just
fucking,
pretty and I thought it would be
yeah,
cool
I
if we got to
understand,
hang
bro.
out, Smiley. No thanks. That's honestly so weird. And if you continue to ask, I'm going to talk to Lean about this. I'm assuming that's like their supervisor or someone higher up at the place they work. And then he goes in deep. He says, I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I just want you to spend time with me. What you said the other day just felt rude. At least try.
Motherfucker, if it felt rude, go find another girl. Like, bro, who cares about this one girl, bro? I don't give a fuck how good looking she is, man.
And give
You're
this a chance.
creepy, bro.
I know
You're
you're probably
weird, bro.
not
Why are you
awake,
so
but I've
focused
been
on
up
one
all night
girl?
thinking about you. Not going to lie, sometimes I like to take pictures of your ass while
Oh, God.
you're in the
No,
drive-through
you're
window
so
and I jerk off to
vulgar.
them in the
Oh,
bathroom. I'll go ahead and
no.
take a courtesy pause here to give everyone a brief respite and let that nugget marinate in this sauce here because he just dropped a real heavy, spicy meatball on the plate. And when I first read it, I certainly wasn't ready for that because that's just openly admitting to a crime. I'm not a sheriff or anything, but I'm pretty confident that that's illegal. He'd probably be taken away in handcuffs if this information got out, which it should. She should absolutely report all of this. Now, somehow it actually only gets worse from here. This is just the beginning. He's showing his true face, and man oh man, is it an extraordinarily ugly one. I know that's messed up, but imagine if we fucked in the work bathroom, or if we went out in public. I honestly just love the idea of having a little helpless bitch under my control.
Bro,
I know you're so much younger,
stop.
but you should give it a shot. Older men can be so much fun to be with. No one at
Oh my God, and you're older.
work would have to know.
Oh,
Hello?
why?
Sorry for calling, but I'm really lonely and you haven't replied to me at all. Since the text messages are going unanswered, I guess he's resorted to actually just calling her, which is also being ignored, obviously, because that's the safest thing you can do is ignore it. So I can't believe the revelation that it turns out he's lonely. Who would have seen that coming? With smooth talking like this dude's got all the game in the world. This man's a fucking apex predator, a grizzly bear, a champion of Riz here. I can't believe that he, of all people, would somehow be lonely. What a curveball. He then tries to brush all that under the rug, trying to apologize for it. Sorry about last night. I got carried away. I know you're probably not even reading these, but I hope you have a good day, Smiley. I'll be thinking of you. I really don't see an issue. It's not like a romantic date or anything. It would just be getting coffee and food. And if you were in the mood, we could always go to my place to watch a movie. I know it sounds creepy, but why not just get out and enjoy the day together?
I love how you think that is like the creepy part, and you didn't like reflect on the fact that you opened up 10 times, not even 10 times. Let's just say a million plus, like 100 million plus. Just keep adding zeros, each time, and billions and trillions and all
What
that shit.
in the hell is
Um,
even that? What are you
Creepier
talking
than
about? It's
this
not like
fucker.
a romantic thing or anything. You were just talking about fucking in the workplace bathroom. And then you were talking about having a helpless bitch under your control. What do you mean it's just coffee? You're already showing how extraordinarily creepy and perverse you are. What are
Yep,
you yapping about? He's blabbermouthing about a bunch of hooey.
yep.
And that's when she finally does respond to all this and says, all right, man, I'm probably going to report you to the police. You know damn well that I'm underage and you're texting me in the middle of the night like that. Fuck off.
Bro, Under.
And then he
Oh
drops her address
no!
and says, if you continue to ignore me, I'll just make it so you can't. If you tell anyone, I'll make this even worse for you. So it turns out she's underage, and he was well aware of that fact. And he also would have been even more aware of that fact considering he snooped through the confidential workplace documents to find her address and her phone number. So it would have been abundantly clear that she is underage, and he didn't care. He still went for this full throttle. So he's also a pedophile on top of all of this. Now he concludes their conversation by dropping her address to obviously try and scare her, letting her know that he knows where she lives and he can always pay her a visit. And a lot of people in the comments, and I think a lot of people in general, would assume that that's just supposed to be like some kind of scare tactic to get her to not say anything. Not necessarily that he's going over there right this instant to do something, but that is still a legitimate threat, and I imagine an actionable threat that the authorities can use. This is one of those situations that really shouldn't be taken lightly, and it seems like it isn't. It seems like she's taken the proper measures here, like contacting authorities or contacting workplace staff and all that, which is what she should be doing, because this is just legitimately dangerous. I mentioned at the start that it reminded me of a case from 2022 where a man killed his 17-year-old coworker because he had a huge crush on her, and since he couldn't have her, nobody could. Her name was Riley Whitelaw, and she was murdered at her place of work by this
Oh,
individual. He recently got
ew.
sentenced in October of 2023 for the murder, and it is just horrifying. Now, Riley had previously made a complaint to the employment about how uncomfortable he made her with like the advances that he would make on her and all of that, and even asked to like have her schedule changed so they wouldn't have to work together. And despite all of that, they still worked together. The place of employment did not change her schedule around to get her away from him or anything like that. They continued to work together despite all of her complaints until it eventually culminated with him killing her. It's a tragic story. Fucking horrifying. And it reminds me of the text messages we just read right there, where a coworker becomes infatuated with someone and then eventually does something disgusting like that. So, reading through these text messages, it is a concerning individual in a scary situation. And it's something I think about from time to time about how awful it must be to just be doing your job, doing nothing wrong at all, and then still ending up in a situation like this. This girl never made any advances toward this guy. She never even gave him her number or anything at all. And yet somehow he still became obsessed with her and then stalked her company documents to find her phone number and her address and all of that. It's just so awful. She's literally just doing her job and then gets put in a situation like this because of this absolute lunatic. So yeah, just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I think situations like these should always be taken seriously. Like if a coworker or anyone for that matter starts to get like a level of obsession with you that it becomes a bit palpable, that you can start to see it, it immediately needs to be something that you take very seriously because you never know where it could lead. And I think that is just always, or anyone for that matter.
But yeah, man, that's the video, man. This turned even more depressing. Not gonna lie. Um, yeah, I mean, I completely agree with him. Yeah, I mean, and I mean, if Walgreens, I mean, damn, we're working on a. I mean, Walgreens does seem like a type to not give a fuck. Honestly, no offense, but when you're working at retail, do you think they're really gonna give a fuck about you? No offense, not really. But yeah, man, like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, let's hope the next one's a little bit lighter, man, because this one was a little bit too much for your boy. Peace.